Greetings everyone, hello and welcome to Endzone 2. Yes, finally we can try out the game ourselves. I've covered Endzone 1 quite a few times on my channel and I'm really looking forward to the second generation of this beautiful post-apocalyptic city builder. And we can actually play the demo version already on Steam right now, so the link is in the video description. And we can try it out ourselves, hands-on gameplay, before the game comes then out, most likely in October, November this year, sometimes during autumn anyway. So let's go ahead and start a new game right away. There's only one mode available really, right? Only one map seed as well, so nothing else that we can do here. And yeah, go.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm going to look over your shoulder while you help our settlers set up a new home. By the way, I'm Ella.
Hello Ella, pleased to meet you. And yeah, this game starts a bit differently, right? In the last game we started with a bus, but rather stationary, and this time around we're basically out here in the wasteland still and trying to find a preferable place to settle on.
Other interesting places. More important, however, is that we find a suitable site where we can establish a settlement.
And there's also a tutorial that helps us along the way.
At the moment, all our settlers are in the Pathfinder, and you can explore the surrounding area with them. But time is tight. When the water in the Pathfinder is used up, everyone inside will die of thirst.
All clear.
That's something we probably should not let happen. There is some ruins on the way that we can loot, but we only have a limited amount of space, obviously. And we need to find ourselves a suitable location, so we got 3 markings on the map. One is down here, most likely. And yeah, the journey to the settlement actually plays an important role.
When you get a chance. It might be worth it to build a new settlement.
Oh, this looks nice. And hello there. Take a look around. Here, we actually have some different fertilities. This is also new. Like, you have no different sections of the map. And in this case here, they're all behaving a bit differently. Some of them are beautiful, some of them are desolate. This one here is definitely beautiful. We have some clay production here possible, fertile soil we have for some farming, and we have swampland that can be used to help certain buildings and is suitable for mining special resources. So that would be a suitable location that we can use. However, before we settle, let's go ahead and settle on, or have a look at the other sectors too, of course, and that we can do with our truck. While the truck is on its way, we can still have a look around here. It's definitely a bit more beautiful than the predecessor, right? Better lighting. Definitely better water. This looks downright gorgeous. And the next zone, we have clay fertile soil and swampland once more. Also nice looking zone. It's rather similar to the first one. Let's continue. And the third one actually also has only one fertile soil, so I'm actually going to go with the first zone that we found. Also, there's this really cool building. I haven't found any other one. So let's get the Pathfinder over here, close to the lake, probably. There it is.
All clear.
And once finally in the area, it's actually night time already. So yeah, the first night is upon us and we can now build a new settlement.
So that's been taken care of. This transfer point serves as an access point for vehicles and connects your zone with the surrounding wasteland. Look for an ascent on the perimeter of your new zone where you can place the access point.
So yeah, let's start with this access point. I would like to have it actually close to this cool building there to the left and also to the lake. And over here we have then the ramp down to the main road, so kind of like looking towards that. Oh, bad ground type. We need to actually place this on the right tile. There it is.
First of all, you have to find a location that is supposed to become the center of the settlement. Once chosen, you won't be able to change the location again. As a result, make sure you place the town center near key resources such as water, trees, and debris remnants.
So probably some over here.
First off, we have to ensure survival. We need water so that we don't die of thirst. Build a...
And with this, we are now finally in the city building itself. So we can go ahead now and start the construction of our first things. A jetty we need again, so that's we already know of. To collect some water, we have a beautiful big lake right over here, and this is then probably a suitable location for the first water production. Also, can we fish already? No, we can't do that. We have lots of different buildings available. There's my survivors on their way already. There we have it. And now we need to assign 3 people to this.
The jetty produces water as long as workers are assigned to it. Always make sure that sufficient water is available. If the supply runs low, assign more settlers to work at the jetty.
And so Rottingham was founded, and yeah, we have no radiation right now. What we can also see is that we can actually have several settlements, I guess, because we have a list of settlements now, and this is Rottingham, the first one here that we have, and then we have the other plateaus there as well. And also right now we have the water production going. Can we build a road? No, we can't. We should, however, also look for foraging huts to produce some basic food for us. And this one here needs to be probably closer to a forest like this one here. And this looks like a very good location for a nice amount of food. Right in here. Lots of stuff around it. By now the second day is dawning. Let's assign 3 people to this.
The foraging hut produces food as long as there are sufficient resources in its vicinity. If a region's resources are used up at some point, you can relocate the work area of a foraging hut at any time.
That's also good to know.
We need building materials to be able to build new buildings in the future too. The woodcutting lodge cuts down trees, which produces wood.
And there's the woodcutting lodge. And for that we do need to find a suitable forest area. Of course, that we also have right over here, for example, lots of forest. I'm pretty sure we can also move then the work area for this, but for now, let's just have it in here then. In this very dense forest over here. We can also see our resources up here. So we have 15 settlers right now, 0 children, and yeah, a bunch of basic materials right now, and then also advanced materials. Do we have anything new from the predecessor? Herbs, we have vaccine ampules. This is new. The activated carbon mask we already had in the predecessor too. The same goes with coal, tool, cloth, scrap. So this is all very familiar here to us. And there's the woodcutting lodge, and let's assign some 2 people to this.
Awesome. Your woodcutting lodge is already producing.
That's great stuff. Now we need scrap. Once again, we are already familiar with that. So we have a big ruin over here and also over here and here. And pretty sure we can then also once again have the work area for this adjusted. Still, let's get it a bit further outside. Somewhere over here. As we're going to clear those ruins. I still cannot build a road. I would love this. Feeling so helpless without a road. And there's our scrapyard with 2 salvages now.
On the other hand, our settlers are still sleeping out in the open.
Very good. Now we can go for a tent.
One of 3 settlement branches. The more buildings that stand in one settlement branch of the settlement, the more these buildings progress in that branch. This progress enables us to do research on new buildings from that.
This is actually a new mechanic that we have here. So depending on what kind of industry we have in a settlement, we actually have a settlement branch and we specialize into this. And with different specializations, we unlock different types of buildings that we can then also use. Right? Economy, ecology, and society that we have. Alright, but let's go ahead and build some simple shelters. There we have them, dwellings of all different types. And we can here, as you can see, specialize now into economy, ecology, and society. Unfortunately, I cannot see what type of stuff we unlock here. So to me right now, probably economy and society looks good. So survival would be my first target really. And since we have a beautiful lake over here, why not just settle along the lake and build us some 2 economy ones and 2 society.
As long as they have enough housing, our settlers will reproduce and have children. Children are tomorrow's manpower and can work as soon as they have grown up. Our settlement is thriving. Now we want to produce a new resource.
And a recycler to get plastic out of scrap. So scrap we now collect over here in the scrapyard. And I like how much more refined the UI feels now. A bit more information we have now for every building, and also it looks way more refined overall. Just nice and pleasing to look at. Let's have the recycler. So for this we need a smaller industry zone. So we're probably going to have it right next to the scrapyard then. The recycler. We are definitely going to need a few more buildings here then as well. And there it's coming up. Just finally start producing plastics for us now. Let's assign 2 people.
Buildings that process
Once more.
resources.
Next up is already a processing plant, the tool maker. This one processes wood and scrap to make tools out of it that we're going to need for more efficient production. So I would also like to have this one somewhere here then. And I like how the roads kind of like come together. Is this a coincidence? Might be a coincidence. We've also unlocked the first specialization in economy.
Very good. Now we have plastic and tools, things which are needed in some buildings for production. The settlement is growing, and soon the supplies will...
So clay pit and brickworks, we can now specialize into this. And yeah, with that we can then have a clay pit in our settlement. However, it does cost me quite a bit. Also knowledge points, those we have not at the moment. Food production, the forager hut doesn't seem to be enough anymore. We have a turnover of 8 food per minute right now. And as we grow, more food is needed, and the fishery is the next one. For this, we need 5 tools. We have them now. And yeah, let's have the fishery beside the jetty. Right here along the... probably need to build it like that. There you go. Where's my roads? And there's the fishery in all its glory.
Though the fishery is more effective than the foraging hut, it constantly uses up tools for its production.
That is new.
There are no
So we now need tools
then
for the fishery.
Can't function. Conversely, now we also need...
Alright, also cloth as my next production material already again. But this... Oh, alright, we're not getting it out of scrap this time. We're actually getting it out of a plantation. And we need to have... For this we need to have fertile soil. And that I would like to have a bit further outside. So this looks pretty fertile to me. Let's build it. And for that also unlocked something in ecology, the swamp farm. So now we can use swamp areas to obtain raw materials. Assign a garden onto this, and then we need an area to cultivate. It's probably going to be right next to it. And here we have, for example, fertile area. So in this case, yeah, we are going to need a lot. 100. Might be better to move it over. No, I don't think that that matters. All right, it needs to be actually within its radius, of course. And with that, we have the first plantation. So let's assign also some 3 people to that.
Up till now, we can only grow fibers.
And now we're producing
But
fiber.
if we find more types of seeds, then we can cultivate them on the plantation too.
Now, out of water and fiber, we can make cloth in a weaving mill. And let's have this one then also in my industry zone. And we're actually capped on food and water right now. So the consumption should be minimal, hopefully. I love how close you can zoom in and see all the details. And their construction has started of the weaving mill. Takes a bit of time, as this one requires a few more resources. 30 logs and 15 scraps. And there it is. Assign some 3 people to that, and they're now consuming fiber and water to make cloth out of that. And as we can see, we also have no more free manpower. So we're actually capped now. Once again, we also have a profession overview window. And here we can now, for example, say, since we're capped on water, I don't need 4 water carriers, right? You can also go ahead and get them in here now.
Great. Now you can set up more tents for our settlers to create space for new inhabitants.
Here we go. This actually costs me cloth, so we can build one more. We don't have anything for ecology yet, but what I can see, society is actually the lowest one. Let's go ahead and get me another block here and here. Oh, yeah, we like resources again. No road yet. This is strange.
This is necessary too.
Takes a bit of time now to finish those constructions, since there's not that many people available anymore that actually work on that. So what we can do is we probably could reduce the amount of people gathering berries to have at least someone working there in construction. Another simple dwelling, probably we start now over here or on the other side. Actually, it's to the other side. And ecology, once I have the cloth. Also, there we have a society tree. Perfect. For this we get the market. Supplies homes in its vicinity to increase resident satisfaction. I'll also get a knowledge point out of this that it costs. Might find them out there in the wilderness. Alright, after having all these tents, I mean, you can't really easily see the tents right now. They're level 1, so we most likely can upgrade them. Yep, there it is, upgrading to something more like houses. And right now, also no roads around them. Makes it a bit hard. I don't know why we haven't unlocked roads yet. Would be the first thing I place usually. And let's go ahead and also provide a well. And this one needs to be in a swamp area. That is also new. So we cannot just place it anywhere where we want. We need to have a dedicated area for this. A swamp area. And yeah, there's one. And there's one. This is actually pretty far away. Yeah, but there's nothing closer. So here we have a well. Producing water for us. And also I need to keep something else, build something else that produces food. So I might have a look. Another forager hut probably over here. Or... yeah. That's a good range. So that we use that forest here to the maximum. So there's the well, and this one needs a well keeper. Assign 2 to this. And now we're producing water here on top of that. We actually consume quite a bit of water now. Right now we have a negative balance. So I will probably also need to assign someone else to the jetty here.
The supply situation is stable. Soon our depots will be filled to the
And there's the
brim.
next forager. Going to assign 2 more people to this to also produce food. And we get some 13 children in. So people are confident and happy enough to scootly poop around and produce babies.
When the depots are full, you have to increase their capacity. There is a depot for water, one for...
Alright, let's build some depots. I wonder if this ruin here actually vanishes after we've used everything out of it. I can't... ah, alright, there's 2,200 scrap still remaining. So I guess then it disappears. Might be a safe assumption. Now we do need to have some storage for all of this, right? A water cistern, a food supply. The food depot we probably should have somewhere here in the center. I would like to keep a bit of space here actually available, so let's have it beside my industry buildings there. The depot for food, the depot for materials, and a cistern for water.
Each depot increases the maximum number of resources that can be stockpiled at a settlement. When your depots are full, buildings cannot produce any further. Besides the short distance to a depot, good availability...
Alright, now ladies and gents, we have a road. It actually costs me tools to build a road though. Seems to be way more expensive this time around. And now we can lay it out.
Super! The more buildings you connect via your road network, the more stable the production at your settlement is going to be able to run.
And then we have the farm, but that is a long way. So we'll just see. But there we have some basic layouts now finally.
When our economy thrives, it uses up more resources too. Luckily, we're able to have our wood grow.
Alright, tree nursery we can also have now, since we have the forester here. Might be safe to have a tree nursery in this area too. That regrows us a second forest then in no time in this area too. And yep, there's quite a lot of new manpower coming in as well. Assign someone to that.
The tree nursery will plant trees within its work area that can be used again by the woodcutting lodge. That way, we create a healthy loop.
The needles of the Geiger counters begin to swing hotter.
Oh, radiation is increasing.
Oh, no.
We have to start with producing protective clothing for us. And for that we need a charcoal kiln and a charcoal burner. And let's go ahead and do this, because we need to produce once again coal, just like in the predecessor. And this one needs wood as an intake. I don't know, does it chop the wood? Nah, it needs a depot for that. I don't want to have it too close though to the settlement, because of course it's polluty. So let's have it somewhere here then, a bit further outside, but still connected to my road. Boy, those roads are expensive. Tool-wise, I mean. Still going to build it here. Right, this one costs me 3 tools. And we have 68 still left now. There's the charcoal kiln, 2
Coal
burners.
is made from wood. When wood gets scarce,
And I guess now we need to
tailor
also
shop can
produce a tailor, build a tailor, there it is, to produce protective clothing. And we also unlock the pharmacy down the road. Huts. This is although in a higher tier, right? So we can only unlock this probably when we have enough number of points there. Yeah. There's the tailor.
Good. The protective clothing is truly a blessing. It is
Our fears.
the higher the radiation level.
All right,
goes
and
up.
radiation goes up
When
now.
the radiation exposure gets too high, our settlers will gradually die of it. Even regardless of whether due to radiation, a poor supply.
Alright, we already need to protect, or actually need to prepare with a graveyard. We have a radiation storm right now, so soil radioactivity goes up faster, and this will last for another 12 minutes. So as we can see, also my health is going down now, settlement health, and radiation is at level 1. The higher the radiation, the better protection we're going to need then as well. Now let's just continue then here. A graveyard it is. This, yeah, probably should be a bit further away here in the mountain area. I like the idea of that. So we bury them deep in the mountain. Yeah, at least over here. And now we need to design an area, or assign an area to this as well. Alright, so we could have something in front of it.
Thanks
Here.
a lot.
And then here.
Now we have a place to mourn and commemorate those who had to come and go before our time. I think we've put down roots. We're not able to extract clay just like that yet. To
Alright,
be
now
able
we
to
need to have
perform
a clay
research,
production up and
first,
running.
you have
For
to
this,
track
however,
down
we will need
ancient
to do some
knowledge in the
researching.
wasteland.
Okay, knowledge points. We need to scout ruins. So off I go again with Pathfinder. And Pathfinder hopefully is going to find me some knowledge points, technology points in those ruins. We need to go out there to the wasteland again. Pathfinder actually cannot travel up here. So it has a maximum of those ramps, right? But it cannot enter area where we can build something. So it's always in the surrounding area, in the wasteland more or less. And here we are. Let's just have a look around. This just seems like some resources. This one here seems like there is something more going on. Yeah, there would be knowledge points. So we can start the expedition.
There's a converted buggy standing in this garage. We ought to take a closer look at it. The best would be if we try to lower the car lift somehow.
Alright.
Let's go!
We're actually... Oh, look at that. We're actually going in now. This is way more detailed than before. So we have a little riddle now here, or a little task at hand that we need to do ourselves.
As long as the car lift is raised, this generator is still in good shape. But we won't be able to use it without fuel.
Alright. Let's hope and find something with fuel. Alright, there is some iron in there.
This control unit needs power in order to work.
Oh, I love this. Really. We can actually walk around here ourselves and explore. Not just a text window anymore. Up there is lots of stuff, it seems like it.
The mattress hasn't been used for a while, but whoever fixed up their cars here lived here for a
Some
spell
rubber.
too. Sure is lonesome out here. On the road.
At least they're keeping a good spirit. There is also something here, and there's something here that we can take. So hopefully there's some fuel, because I don't have fuel yet.
Looks interesting.
Okay, plastic and scrap.
Looks interesting.
Water.
I'm in.
There seems to be something. A cabin. And there's some cars. There's definitely some fuel. Come on. Copper. And we get a knowledge point. That's something. Perfect.
I'll take a look.
Still have a look at that shack.
Jerry cans with gasoline in them are lying here. Can we use them?
Alright, I guess we can. We have now a jerry can, and I guess we could go to one of these vehicles.
Generators running and supplying electricity.
Very good. So we've used the fuel now in the jerry can to get this going, and now we can actually get the car down.
That's a really unusual construction design. The vehicle's not
And we
fit to
found
drive
the
it,
tech to
maybe our
build a
experts
mud
can
runner,
do
a maneuverable
something with it.
vehicle with low capacity. Awesome.
Let's go.
Very nice. This is that. Let's end the expedition. We get everything over. And we also gained 2 tech points out of that.
And consequently received 1 knowledge point. We can also use that point to research the kinds of technologies that require knowledge points. To be able to research a technology also means that our settlement branches need to be far enough advanced.
Alright, so we have everything in place now, and we can now go ahead and research one of these. It does require some resources and the knowledge point. And with that we can go for the clay pit. And there we have it.
Great! We can build clay pits with that. Our settlers will have to visit unfamiliar places in the future as well in
There
order
is a
to
clay deposit.
accumulate sufficient knowledge for more research. It might even be that now is a good time to explore some more ruins. Whatever you say.
Do we need to build it on top of it? No, we don't. Just build it probably on top of it. There you go. Make a connection. And with that, we can now finally start also
Clay
with
is
clay
mined at a
production.
clay pit, which has to be placed at a clay deposit. If there is no clay deposit, then you can't obtain any clay.
So it's very important actually that we get a clay deposit on the first city territory that we settle on, I guess. And yeah, let's assign some 3
Awesome.
people to that.
Clay is the basis for a completely new building material. Don't forget that the clay pit benefits from a connection to a road and to depots in the vicinity.
And there's already my workers.
Now the newly obtained clay has to be...
Alright, bricks is my next one. That is also a research for this. We need 10 clay first, and then I can actually start with the brick research. How's my radiation looking? It's fine. State of health is at 56%. Do we actually get herbs or anything? I think there was a tag for it, right? There it is. The swamp farm. Looks like the herb symbol like in the predecessor. But the radiation storm is over in 50 seconds, so this will be fine. Food is fine. Water is actually not fine. So we should assign another one to the jetty. And another one to the well. Right? Getting them up to full capacity. And the lumberyard, as we can see, also has no more wood almost. So we can now, hopefully, move its work area. There it is. Over into this region. There's 1,200 wood then waiting for it. And let's assign 2 more people to that. We have enough workforce. There you go. Yeah, still need that 10 clay. So please hurry up. Let's actually assign another one. And there we have it. The bricks produces bricks out of clay and coal. And this once again also specializes us into economy then. And yeah, it needs a road connection. And I'm probably going to have it then of course a bit closer here in my general work area. Just here where we already have some pollution, coal, and then the brickworks right next to it. I'm fully expecting this to vanish at some point. And then we have this whole block here as an industry zone. And over here we have then everything covered with city structures, more or less. And let's assign 3 people. Ooh, I don't have that many. Let's reduce the amount here.
As you see, the brickworks begins to work right away when coal and clay are made available to it.
There it is, coal and clay. The clay is on the way, right? And the coal is right next to it. So with that, we should have everything ready for this.
Of bricks needs a lot of manpower.
All right, we need more inhabitants. With that, I need better tents, better housing, more housing. 2 more. Cloth we have. And I'm lacking a bit in society, so let's actually go ahead and add me another one here. And probably also just behind it. Yes, perfect. Because then we can actually have a road all around here.
Just fine. If I'm too fast for you or something goes wrong, then let me wait and take care of the
This is taking shape.
Settlement. Build when besides radiation, the health of
all right, the health of my settlement becomes a problem now. We need to build a swamp farm. So for this, once again, we also will need, let me check it out, probably another point now. We still have one, perfect. But I need 15 bricks. That is something I don't have. So we need to wait on that real quick. Might also give me some time to actually explore some of the other menus that we have available here. The transport routes, that's really interesting. So I'm pretty sure like these are smaller islands. We need to think about them like that, right? So we got Rottingham over here, and then we can settle on this island, and then we can settle on this island. And I can then basically make a transport route over there. Super interesting to use the strengths for all of these islands here. And yeah, so far I really enjoy this game. And no, this is not a sponsored video. I just really enjoy this game, and also it's beautiful in comparison to its predecessor, which was already a nice looking game too. Yeah, but they really stepped it up there once more. And yeah, if you enjoyed this one, we will continue onwards in the next episode of this demo. I have no idea at the moment how long it will be, so we'll just explore as we continue then onwards here. And if you want to play out the demo yourself, check it out on Steam. It's available right now to play. Stay tuned.